One. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Reality Check Report. It's me, your girl, Miss O, and I am here with my beautiful co-host, Miss Aurora,
Hey y'all.
and we are here today to talk to you guys about this show, Hunt for Love. So get ready. Hey guys, what's up, friend?
What's
We
up,
here.
girl? Welcome back. We're all back.
We are here to recap the first episode of 90 Day newest show, Hunt for Love. That
Because
was a
baby, they
lot.
reaching. They reaching for this. They reaching for these shows.
Yes, they are. What number is this? I God knows how many it is. But we are on this newest journey. Is Hunt for Love, where we have previous cast members from different franchises from 90 Day on one show trying to find love at last. So let's get started with this crazy cast. This guy here sitting in the leopard shirt here is Rob. In my opinion, he's a show hopper. He's been on about five of the franchises.
And a D hopper. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is.
Then you have Miss Know It All, Chantel. Um,
In the orange dress, starting from left to right. Yeah.
yes. She's gonna be interesting on here. Then you have the cougar lover, Mr. Usman,
Usman. Usman.
aka Soldier Boy. Why? I have a question. Do you really know who he is? Because he make it seem like he is just the man over there in Nigeria, and I have no clue who he is. What?
Girl, he's in the nobody. And like that blonde chick, what's her Courtney was saying in the show. I know I'm jumping ahead, but girl,
Yeah.
you
Next, you have Fruit of the Boom, Mr. Tim, because
I
I
love
just
Tim.
don't know what he got going on.
Tim is he's also a show jumper too, but he's a
Yeah.
big star in the 90 Day world because he's who he is. We'll get to it.
I'm interested to see what his ex got to tell, what kind of tea she has to tell. Next, you have Tiffany, who I was pleasantly surprised to see on the show. And I'm actually happy that she's on the show. I'm very happy she's on the show.
She's hilarious. I love Tiffany. She's
Yes.
definitely had her.
Ooh, that husband of hers, yes.
Mhm.
Then we have my favorite, not so favorite, Mr. Coty.
Tea.
I don't know why this man is on the show. I don't see how any lady will be interested in him, but I'm interested to see how this plays out. Then you have Courtney, who I need a refresher on because she was on the very first season. She is the OG of 90 Days. So it's been a long, long time. I have to remember her storyline. And
I
then
remember it
last
vividly.
but not least, who came and shut the show down is Jennifer, who happens to be Tim's ex. So, friend, what do you think about the cast, first of all?
I think it was an excellent cast. I hate seeing Rob on any of the shows. The guy in the
Yes.
leopard print shirt because he is a douchebag, the biggest. Everybody else, I'm really happy to see kind of present. I definitely think they could have had some other people
Yeah.
on the show that would have did better. But Rob's a popular guy because he's like light skinned. He got these light eyes, so he's got this racially androgynous kind of look, and I get people are into that right now, but he's a I think I'm with you. I love the cast. I like that last girl, Jennifer. I think she's gonna be the showstopper the whole season. And I
Yeah.
definitely her and Courtney. But I also think having what's the girl in the blue, Tiffany?
Yeah.
I think having her on the show is gonna be a good like level setter. Like she's the realest one. And so I think having her on the show is gonna be great. What do you think, friend?
I like well, first of all, I didn't know that Tim and Tiffany were good friends like that. So I do like that Tim is on here with somebody that he actually knows. Cause let's be honest, it gotta be a little unsettling to be on a new show and then you find out in secret that your ex who you went on the show with is also a part of the cast. It gotta be uncomfortable, but it has to be some kind of bad blood there because yeah, he is not feeling the fact that she is actually on the show.
I think it's only uncomfortable for Tim because he's got so many secrets.
I wonder
Tim's
if
got a
she
lot of secrets. And baby, Jennifer is telling the tea. Jennifer has dropped
so
tea in the first episode.
first question. Do you think Tim is gay?
I think Tim is bi.
Based off what she said about the strip club thingy, the dance thing,
Okay.
I think he may be bi, but don't understand that he may be bi. He might have grew up in a religious household and parents still around and trying to save face or something like that. But I don't think that he's solely into women. And I know some metrosexual males. This is beyond metrosexual. Like,
Okay, so a little bit of background. So in the show, they come in and they have all masks, right?
yes,
They're trying to they do a party like almost speed dating, but not where you're like it's like set up. So it's where you kind of like a meet and greet, if you will. Everybody's got the masquerade mask on. Tim's got the fullest masquerade mask on, and we see why in the season. I mean, in the episode because his girl ex
Jennifer
is
is coming
there.
here.
Yeah. So and Jennifer walks in last in this spicy red dress, and everybody's drawn to her. And Tim's like, "Oh
Everybody.
my god!" Like, and the look he
He
gave was like,
instantly
"What is she
knew
going
it
to
was
say?"
her. Yes. He instantly knew it was her.
Now, in the previous, and their history is more so they met. She's from Colombia, Brazil, or something. They met. They were in the original 90 Day Fiance season. So he was going to bring her over back. He went. Actually, no, it's the other way. He went overseas. He met her, got to meet her daughter and stuff. But there wasn't a sexual chemistry between them. She was like a sassy, spicy salsa mommy, ready to break Tim down. And Tim was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." I honestly think Tim has some ED problems because of his age too. I think that might play a role into him not like into him wanting to watch somebody else. So during the episode, she does explain that, Tim's like kind of talks about her like, "Oh, it's my gold digging ex," and nah. He's been saying that for the longest.
But
And
you
she really,
presented that to her. When you met her online, your profile picture had a Lamborghini in there. When you went over there, you bought her, you splurged on her and her daughter. You gave her that perception. So when
you
she's
led with your
saying
money.
give, and you're giving, you can't call her no gold digger. You started that. You don't have to initiate y'all relationship like that. That's just like a past couple. What was the Muslim couple, the black couple?
Mm-hmm.
Bilal.
Mm-hmm.
He played that little prank on her and she got mad, but it was I'm mad because I'm thinking one thing and I come here and it's not that, but it really is that you just want to play games with me type thing. I don't like
Yes.
manipulating situations like that. You can't get mad at her if that's what she knows. But
If
the
that's what
fact
you
that
led
they were
with.
together for 2 years and there were no kind of sexual nothing
And when
for a
she
man
came
with a woman that looks like that.
when she came when he came to her country, she was very leading with her sexuality,
Mhm.
and it seems like he was into it until she
Yeah.
was like, "Why aren't you touching me? Like, why aren't you giving me that physical attention that I need?" Because she's clearly, when you see her personality, she's very like touchy feely affectionate kind of girl. So you know, and she's a Latina. Like when she's into her man, she's into her man, and she wants her man,
Mhm.
and you can tell she wants her man all over her, and she would love that. And that's not what she was getting from Tim. And as she comes on this season, on this first episode, Tim starts naming her as like the gold digging girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, you want to do that? Okay, we're gonna tell secrets then." And she tells the biggest secret. What was
And
the
you know
secret,
what?
friend?
I don't even think that was the biggest secret. I think she know a lot more, and she could have. I mean, she had ample opportunity to air him
But
out,
hold on,
and
what
she
was the
was
secret,
like,
friend?
it was that he liked to watch men touch men at the strip club. He get aroused like that. He a
So
cuckold.
they went to a male strip club. They went to not a female strip club, a male strip club. So Tim could buy a dance for her. So he could watch the guy dance for her on her. And he's watching. It's definitely giving cuckold, which
Yep.
is where, if y'all don't know, I'm sure you do, friend. It's where you are in a relationship, but you like your spouse or your significant other being messed with or whatever by another person. And you get off
I.e.,
on that.
Mr. Diddy Love.
Oh,
Ooh, that
no
trial,
Diddy.
we ain't even getting into
That's another
that.
conversation for
That's
sure.
a whole nother video. But anywho, so yes, Mr. Tim.
So she comes
Um,
back and she says she starts divulging. Well, she's gonna start divulging more. You can tell, but she starts
yeah.
divulging that secret, and then it starts. And she tells Rob that, which blows Rob's mind because for one, Rob's been caught doing gay porn, so he's looking
Hold
at
on,
him
wait,
like
time out. Wait, say what?
that
I missed it. Repeat
was in
that.
the that was in the reunion of the live
So
show.
I didn't catch the reunion. I was doing other stuff. So ugh,
I can pull up the pictures, girl.
you're gonna have to pull up the pictures. You might have
I
to
can
put it in
pull
the
up the
fire report.
pictures, girl, because Rob was definitely, Jasmine was, you know, so in the last reunion of the 90 Day Fiance, whatever it was,
Him and Jasmine got into it,
him
which
and
was,
Jasmine, mhm.
in my opinion, Jasmine should have kept her mouth shut. It don't have anything to do with you, and you're pregnant, ma'am. S- Step back.
He's
But
been dragging her name through the mud online for the longest. So
and
I think she did right.
that's why I put the but in there. But I also
Mhm.
understand why she went that hard because keep my name out your mouth, and you doing it online. Like, stop.
It's tacky. It was very tacky of him to attack a pregnant woman and talk about her pregnancy and stuff like that, which he totally did. Which is why I don't want to see this guy on the show because he's a effing douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Like he is the biggest pretty boy bisexual slut on the show, and there's nothing wrong with being bisexual, but he denies it. And he
Yeah,
was she
and that's the
literally
problem.
she
That's
caught
what the
a,
problem is.
she found a picture of him bent over, spread butt cheeks with a butt plug in his butt. And she posted it on social. Well, she didn't post it on social media. She sent it to a blogger to repost on social media, girl. And that's when she pulled. And so that's why I'm like, I don't really fool with Rob because he's in denial about a lot of stuff he does. He wants to be a good guy on TV and be the bad guy behind the scenes. And you see that in the first episode.
Yeah.
So you see that in the first episode because he's like, we'll get to Rob. But yeah, so back to Tim and
The,
Jennifer. Go ahead.
ugh, Rob. I mean, I never really cared for Rob in general, but just some of the stuff I just discovered, like, come on, bro. The DL Whisperer is gonna do a video on you, sir. Like,
Woo,
come on,
come shout out to the DO Whisper in
DL Whisperer.
his shows on
Yes.
Instagram, y'all. Follow him.
Okay. So we start the episode. The first one to walk in is Chantel. And when she was walking in, I was like, girl, what did you do to your body?
Something
Like,
different. Something different.
some of the a lot different. And I just look and I said, man, she got some big ass hooters on her. Like
Mhm.
they unnecessary. And why I say it's unnecessary is because you're getting older, so you're gonna get your grown woman weight. And baby, when you get with somebody and you have a baby, you're gonna
That
wish
shit.
you did not get those boobs. I'm telling you now. I took down, well, I thought I was going to take down some notes, but it wasn't really much to take
Yeah, go
down. But
ahead.
the first thing that I wrote down when I saw Miss Chantel walk across the screen and then they
Mhm.
put her in the confessional, I said, "We confessional is horrible. Why?"
All that money on your body, you can't get your hair right. And then the
Did you
outfits.
see the wig? Did you see the wig? And then the outfit that she wore to the masquerade ball. I said, I don't think she was prepared for the events that they were going to have because he just really looked like a swimsuit overlay. Honestly, the top looked like a swimsuit, and then the bottom part looked like the little skirt you tie around your hip to cover the bikini bottoms.
She don't know how to dress. Let's just call a spade a spade. She don't know how to
And then she
dress.
went and got them big titties, which is going to afford her to not know how to dress even more.
She got the big titties and she got the auntie wig. I swear that's her mama wig that she had on. That had to be
Yes,
her mama
the
wig.
confessionals most
She tried to put
definitely
it
had
in.
to.
So I also watched the not the Between the Sheets, but there's like another like I think it's called Between the Sheets. It's like a
Yeah,
post
it's because
show,
yeah.
and that's where the actual cast watches themselves, which is great. I'm glad they finally did this. This is the second time they've done it, where the cast actually watches themselves, and honestly, oh my gosh, her looks in there, she was wearing like long sleeve sweaters, long dresses. She looked like a granny girl. She looked like her mama. She dressed like her mama for real. She
Well,
dressed
she
like her
definitely
mama.
act like her mama based off the trailer we got at the end of the episode. But yeah, she walked in and she let us know that she's had a little experience with one of her female friends. She came out and told her that she was attracted to her and she had some feelings for her. One thing led to another and they kissed. And now she is not confused but curious about her sexuality at this point. How did you feel about that?
Do I think she's bi curious? For sure. Especially because she did reveal that she had like sought a woman, which I thought was crazy. Like you made friends with a woman, which what she shared with us was that she met a woman, she became friends with her, but she also like the girl kissed her and then she felt, I guess, turned on by it. And it's in essence, she came to this show like curious about women when they have all these men like lined up for her. Mind you, these men are not all that great. So I definitely see where she's like, I don't have
I
a
saw a
connection
few
with none of these
cuties.
people. You said what?
I said I saw a few cuties.
Short kings. But what I'm saying is that I don't think they're a match for her because she's looking for a man with money too. Let's be
Yes.
honest. And I don't know if they brought the right suitors on for her. That's why I don't think she should be on this show. Honestly, I think she doesn't know what she wants. She's very confused at where she is in her life because she's under her mama's wing essentially. She's one of those girls that's doing everything her mama told her to do, like Portia. She reminds me of Portia a lot.
Ooh.
She reminds me of Portia a lot. She has been groomed by her mom and her dad to be this trophy wife, and now she thinks she's supposed to be this trophy wife. And I'm not gonna lie, her history with 90 Day Fiance was that she got a man from Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic named Pedro, brought him over, had tips with his family, had tips with her family, eventually married him, got in the house. He got a good job. She supported him and his journey to come to America. Then he supported her in her journey to become a nurse. And then he decided to get his real estate license. And when he started taking off, she decided, oh, I have all these problems. You have problems with me cleaning. You have problems with me being a wife. I want to travel. I want to do things. And he wanted a different lifestyle than her. And at the end of the day, they split up. So I think in that particular situation, she's really been groomed to be this certain kind of girl, and she doesn't know how to be a real wife because she's very confused. So her being
Yep.
on the show, cut. She's not going to add any great value to this. I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna find a suitor on here at all.
And
I
she's gonna
don't.
get another show. Probably she actually got her own spin-off show because of the drama that she had on the TLC network.
Nah,
She
I ain't
actually
gonna lie. That was
what?
my goddamn show that I used to
And
tune
I
in
loved
all the
it.
time. And it
I
I don't
loved
think
it.
this show would have been as successful if all the parties went there. As much as I can't stand her mama is needed. As much as I think her daddy is a little off because he don't put his woman in check. And what I mean by that is some stuff that his wife was getting away with, a man should not allow that to transpire. Period. Point blank. That's where I'm sitting at with that. her brother Hunter. I was interested to see how
I
his
love
love
him.
life was going to go. I like
He
Hunter.
should have been on this show.
Believe it or not, I really like Pedro. Pedro,
Me too.
he had a different, he grew up differently. So he wanted the opposite of what he had. But then he started to become, have a reality check that his grandma was a side chick, his mama was a side chick. And eventually, let's be honest, I think he married a side chick because that's the type of energy that Chantel gives me. So yeah.
Mm.
Next, you got Mr. Well, on the episode, the next person to arrive at the resort is Tiffany. And when I first saw Tiffany, I recognized her, but I couldn't really like put my foot on it until we did the flashback and we saw who her husband was. And I was like, oh yeah, I definitely remember that couple. I'm so glad she broke away from him. I'm so glad. I'm happy that she's lost over 100 pounds. Like she looks great. I think
Amazing.
she is due for a change, and she already had her eye on somebody there, which he caught my attention too, but not like physically attracted to him. Just like he came off, you can see his aura under his mask. He put his
Hmm.
mask off, got nice color eyes, and that little porn mustache was just giving her the whole, just giving her life, baby. She was already imagining what she was gonna do with that man when she got him to that room. So yes, Tiffany and Chantel linked up, and as you can see, her and Tiffany, based off the first episode, they seem like they are going to be clicking. Like they're going to be
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah. They're very.
Next, you had Rob. Oh, go ahead.
I definitely think that her and Tiffany are gonna click because not you said Tiffany
Yes,
and you said Chantel are gonna
yes,
click. I
yes.
definitely think they're gonna click because Tiffany is real. Tiffany is the realest one on this entire show. Tiffany is genuinely who she is. And to give a little background for y'all that don't know, Tiffany, what my friend was speaking to, Tiffany married an Australian man on 90 Day Fiance. Because 90 Day Fiance, you guys know, is like marrying people from across the world. So Tiffany married an Australian man, brought her son over there, was going to move to Australia till she got there and realized what kind of shit she was getting herself into, and had a baby by the man, and was like thinking, then decided, okay, maybe we should come to America. But then they really couldn't because he's got like some background issues that he couldn't come,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get accepted into American, whatever. So for me, her being on this show was definitely a much needed situation. She's always been a fan favorite, which I think is why
Yes,
her and Tim were friends, because she's been on the show before, just kind of doing her own thing and showing up here and there. And I think she should continuously be a person. She should replace Big Ed. We should see more Tiffany.
yes.
And
I'm so
I'm glad
happy.
he's not on this show.
I'm so happy he is not on Hunt for Love. He needs to be in a straitjacket in somebody's psychiatrist hospital. Something is seriously wrong with Big Ed. I'm so happy.
His
Thank
mama,
you, 90 Day.
his
Thank you
mama
so
is
much.
what's wrong with Big Ed, and I see it. Yep. And I blame everybody, mama, for how they kids turn down. I ain't gonna lie, especially these men. But anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. But next,
The next person that came on the resort was Rob. And I was just like, when he walked in, I was like, oh my God, here we go. Rob is back for another installment of some franchisee of 90
oosh.
Day. He
Mm-hmm.
just got off of, what was it, the last resort, 90 Day Last Resort, when he was trying to figure out if he was going to rekindle his relationship with Sophie, which I might add, I am glad that this is over. I'm sick of
Oh,
seeing Sophie
amen.
cry her mascara and lashes off, and I'm sick of Rob acting like he ain't did shit. So,
Girl,
yeah.
Rob is the most narcissistic man. I don't know, between him and Colt or Colty, I don't know who's more narcissistic because they are both like sick in the head. Sick in the head.
Yes.
Delusional and sick in the head.
But I don't know what it is. Coty is my boy. I
Colty,
don't.
but yeah,
I
go
like
ahead.
him as a reality star. Like I like what he brings to reality TV. I think that's what he is. Like he's entertaining. But yeah, I do agree with you. Between the two, I don't know which one is which.
Baby Rob. Rob and Sophia go back. So background on Rob. This man met a beautiful girl in Europe. I want to say England, London, something like that.
UK, yeah, something like that.
UK, there you go. And beautiful girl. And he was a handsome man. Like found each other on Instagram, linked up because they were hot together. And she came to America, baby, into California, and this man was living in shambles. And I don't think he was completely transparent with her. And this girl come from money. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different dynamic for her to adjust to. He was not sympathetic to her. He did not care. He thinks the world owes him because he's handsome. And he thinks his looks are a pass to get through the world. And in reality, sir, you need to humble yourself. You brought this rich girl over to your shack and was upset at her for being bothered by because you don't have a real bathroom. She got to go outside to basically an outhouse to go pee. And he was like, oh, you just ain't trying to work with me. You just with your bougie mama. Now, this girl is another one of those Portias. She was trained up to be like a trophy wife, but she's also like, it seems like a good person on the inside. Is confused. And in her recent episodes that she was on with the previous show, 90 Day Fiancés, it was brought up to her that her mama had traumatized her. And so she was dealing with that towards the end of the seasons. Now, I would have loved to see her on this show.
Yes.
Versus Rob. But Rob is the guy who's gonna be the good guy on camera and is gonna be the asshole behind camera because he knows he's really concerned about his image. He's known as a bad boy of 90 Day, but he's known with having his shirt off, and he's a nice looking man. I ain't gonna hold you. He's a nice looking man, but it's so
weird because when I look at Rob, I don't see what everybody else see. He look like Daniel Tiger from Daniel Tiger Neighborhood, a PBS show, a kid show. Like I don't see it, but to each his own. Yeah, he was fooling out on this first episode. We'll get to that. The next person that arrived was Usman. My notes was supposed to be a big star. Still don't know who the hell he is. Why is he on the show? Because I don't see anybody over the age of 60 on here. I was just trying to figure out where Usman fit in. But then we find out that him and Courtney fraternized a little bit.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that some? Ain't it funny?
Because Courtney tried to get flued out. And I guess they caught each other on one of her flued out trips. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what made them end up in Turkey. Yes.
How y'all both end up in Turkey? Okay. Anywho,
right.
The next person that came on to the resort was Tim. Tim just needs some loving. He seemed lost to me. Like he don't know what he wants, who he wants, what he want to do. I think that until he addressed the relationship that he has with Vanessa, whether it be a man or a woman, he's not going to have a successful relationship because no one's going to want to come in knowing that you are that tight with your ex like that. Like they might as well just be together to me. I don't understand what the issue is. And I know what the issue is. He want a man.
I can show you exactly who he needs to be with.
Oh Lord.
I know exactly who he needs to be with. Can I show you?
You gonna put it on screen or you gonna
I'm gonna send you a link real quick and you gonna hit the nail on the motherfucking head, baby.
Oh Lord.
And girl, I just thought of this. So I'm just give me a second while I pull this up. But this is it, girl. I promise you. Let's see. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Okay.
Where you send it to?
Click that.
On the private chat. Oh
Click.
Lord. Let me see.
Tim needs somebody very diverse.
Oh,
very.
Yep.
Aaliyah.
Very, very 2-1.
There you go. 2-1. There you go.
Very
She,
2-1.
you
Yes.
showing it, friend?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So because Tim is like metrosexual, but he does love a girl with beautiful hair. That's what he said. He said
Yes.
he don't look for TNA.
Long brunette.
Long, he wants that hair, baby. He said he wants that hair, and there is a girl. There is a girl for everybody, and there's somebody for everybody in this world. Okay, and baby, Miss Aaliyah is her. That's
Yeah.
her.
I may have to agree. Tim, I think you're looking
Are you
in the
pulling
wrong
it up,
place.
friend?
Huh?
Are you sharing it?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't exit out and everything. I thought that was
Yeah.
hold on.
You gotta show.
Remove that. All right, y'all. I done figured it out. This is her.
Boom! Aaliyah, previously named, I want to say like Pedro, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, she was previously a man, and she has been brought over to America now on a different 90-day episode. And she is now Aaliyah, fully transitioning into a woman. And I think this is what Tim is really looking for, the twofer. Like my friend said, like Ms. O says, he's looking for a twofer. Beautiful, long hair, but swinging and banging in the middle, baby. Swinging and banging.
And, and that, I mean, honestly, this really looks like something that he needs to venture into because I just don't see him being with Jennifer. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Mm,
he definitely needs a trans woman, I think. I think he needs to explore.
yeah.
Shout out to you, Tim.
So Tim walked in. He found out that there was going to be a masquerade ball, and he was trying to figure out why he had the ugliest mask at the party. But we all figured out that if he didn't have a full cover mask, Jennifer would have figured him out. Because soon as Jennifer walked in, he knew who it was.
He was glad to have that mask there,
He
baby.
knew it. He knew who it was. So next, Courtney comes. And yeah, Courtney. It looks like she liked to drink. I didn't like how she came across. She was like, everybody thinks I'm dumb because you act dumb. That's why. But she's very smart. She has a degree in finance, and you got to be smart to have a degree in finance. So clearly, she's not dumb, but she's gonna play the part. She's gonna play the dumb blonde part. And it seems like
That's her
Usman
role.
Usman has definitely picked up on the dumb blonde part.
And he likes it.
He likes it. Ugh.
But who was it? She's the one that clocked Usman, though. She clocked Usman. She's like, "Oh, what did she say? What did she say? Jesus." She was like, he's the one that's going to come in and, oh no, it was Tiffany. She's going to come in and love bomb you. And then I think it was Courtney. He's going to come in, he's going to love bomb you. And then he's going to like get you to be drawn into him a little bit and then pull away and then make you chase him and then act like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with the lady. She's crazy. And it's like, yeah, Usman is a master manipulator.
Yes.
Master manipulator. And I believe Courtney
Now, how
clocked
he was trying to spin it there, he was like, I instantly knew it was Courtney that was there. But we all gotta pretend like we don't know who these people is. But stop. Cause Tim knew when Jennifer walked in who it was, and you can tell through his body language that he knew it was Jennifer. So stop with that. Stop with it. I don't think that he needs to be here.
No,
He's
a scammer.
Yes.
He's looking for a
And
green
I
card.
don't
Why would
like
you bring him
how
on here?
90 Day is allowing that to be promoted, honestly. Like, first it was Lisa. Look at Lisa and look at him. You couldn't tell me they wanted to be with each other. Then you had Kim and you had Usman. Poor old Kim. I don't even know why she put herself in that predicament. But
Kim is also, mind you, the women, to give y'all background, Usman has dated older women to get a green card. And it's been, he wants them to trick off on him, and he wants them to spend money on him. and he wants them to get him over to the US so he can be a rapper in the US. That is Usman's ultimate goal. To be Soldier Boy, like we don't already got one, in the US. And his raps are trash. He ain't even got no real music to play. His music is trash. He's a trash rapper. He's a trash man. And I'm like you, friend. I'm mad at 90 Day for putting this man on the show. Now, I'm not going to lie. He probably does create good TV because he's an asshole, which is probably why they put Rob on here. Yes. They want assholes. They don't really want these people to find love and shit. And sidebar to 90 Day. Y'all have a history of not giving a damn about people's relationships on here. Y'all have a history of exploiting them and breaking them up and not helping them find healing, which y'all very much did on the 90 Day Last Resort. Y'all brought those couples in there. Y'all brought therapists in there, but y'all did not even address the real issues between these couples. So let it be known, 90 Day Fiance does not care about your relationship. If you go on this show, your relationship will be broken up. It will truly save your relationship.
I'm not even going to just put it on 90 Day Fiance. I'm going to put it on the network as a whole, TLC, because you got to look at Sister Wives. You got to look at this new Poly show they got going on. You got to look at what was that one? What was the one show with the black couple that had the 12 kids? I have the family broke up. Mm-hmm. You look at Little People, Big World. Sidebar, I'm still a huge fan of Little People, Big World. I love that show. I love them. Girl, they broke their family on up, toe it up. So I think it's a TLC network issue, but that's besides the point.
And they don't pay them. They don't pay them nearly enough of what they get paid, of what they earn off us watching these shows. They don't. So sidebar, yeah.
Yeah. So then the next person came in was Courtney. She let us know she thought she was there to have fun. She ain't really there to find love. She there to get love.
White girl wasted. I just thought I could just like get here and get white girl wasted the whole time and just drink my way through this. But I guess it's gonna take some work.
And so then you had Jennifer and Coty. Those were the last two to enter the resort. Coty, you can tell he was just so out. And let me quit calling him Coty. It's Colt. Colt, he just seemed so far out of his element. He didn't look like he was supposed to be there. I'm trying to figure out why they casted him in the first place to be on this. But I did like fast forwarding to the end where they get into what we may or may not see in the season. I did like how he showed up on Usman. What you think? You think you better than me? You think you can get her over me? I'm like, wait, where that confidence come from, Cole?
Listen, let's call it spade a spade. Cole got some game. He has got some game.
Wait, I don't think it's the game. I think it's because he had Larissa going crazy. He had Vanessa going crazy. What was the redhead chick that I thought was the porn star? The cat lady? Mm-hmm. He had her going crazy. She walked up on him and beat him with a shoe in a hotel room.
And did. Like, I think because he's put on. I definitely think his game, and I definitely think he's a well established because he's an engineer. So, and he lives in Vegas. So I think he's got a lot going for him. But at the end of the day, he's a narcissist. And that's what just pulled me into this. Like, they have 3 narcissists on the show. I don't want to say Tim's a narcissist yet, because I have yet to see narcissistic behavior from him, but he's weird. And I feel like they brought on these guys so that they can be assholes and that these girls like Tiffany can check them. And it creates the drama on the show. Because they also have all these singles on there who thought they were going to be on a single show, apparently. And then have one girl that Rob was kissing on and looking at him, doing all that extra with. And
since you brought that up,
hold on. At the end of the day, these couples are not gonna find love in this environment, because them singles, they were looking like they were also looking for an opportunity. Like, they were on a real dating show. One girl was like, the hot people are over here and the cameras are over there on the regular people. It's like, I don't even know if TLC or 90 Day was honest with everybody on what was going on.
Yeah, that's what it appears like.
But you
That
were saying
girl,
about Rob.
I was trying to remember her name. I remember she was from Miami. That's all I remember. And girl, when they got up on the bus on the in the Sprinter van, everybody knew that her ex brought her to that resort, and that was the first time she did. The first time she got paid. Why
Wait, who we
everybody
talking
know
about?
that?
Who we talking about? What
The
girl?
girl that Rob was kissing on. That was the topic of
Oh, she said she
conversation
did
on the
anal.
Twitter. Yes. I see.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that. I said pig.
Oh, because
She
pegged
was
is different from
cool.
anal, though. Pegged is different from
Yeah,
anal,
it is. You know, I
but
was
it's the
trying to
same
watch
idea.
my
It's the same. Yeah,
trying to
I got
watch
my
it.
bad.
But yeah, um, the fact that everybody knows that from the first night lets me know that you're gonna get passed around this island and everybody gonna hit. So don't nobody take her serious.
And mind you, she was like after Rob in the first 20 minutes of the whole event, of the whole dating event that they had. And let me tell you, he was tonguing her.
I mean, baby,
And then he
like
goes
you
back
gonna
and
have
be like, well, maybe
thrash. He is gonna have thrash on that tongue. Like,
Rob
ew.
should definitely have had a couple STDs by now because all
Most
these girls are
definitely.
throwing themselves at you, and you're just like you visually tried to hold yourself back and restrain yourself, and because you stared at the girl like, girl, I will bust you down right now. You have no idea. That's the look he was giving her, and she's like, like throwing on her TNA in his
Girl,
face.
she pulled had her cheeks out and everything, and I'm just
She's
like,
like, let me show you my butt. People say I have a big butt for a white girl. I mean, my
and I
butt's
was
like
sitting up there looking
big.
like, girl, my elbow meat look chunkier than yours. Stop it, stop it,
Girl, that girl had mass at all, baby. And the way she had to bend over to make him stick out.
girl. That's why I'm like, my elbow meat got more meat on his bones than you do. Like,
She
stop
bent
it,
over and
stop
that
it.
was like a smooth L shape damn near. And I was like, girl, as
Stop
well. Please stop. But
it.
yeah, and so this is the girl that's going and turning out to everybody. I've had anal. I had anal a year ago at this place. Oh my God. And Rob goes up to her and just like then he looks back in retrospect in the confessional. He's like, no, like all y'all told her that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have kissed her. Yes, fool.
Maybe.
Ain't no maybe about it. You was out there so desperate for some poon that you decided to just kiss this girl. Like that shows how desperate you are for some coochie. And it's
And
sad, Rob. It is sad. You cannot
I
control
cannot
yourself with this
get
pop
down.
threw herself on you. Now I see what Sophie was talking about. You're just a like you're a sex addict. It feels. It gives sex addict. It gives you have no self-control, no discipline, and you constantly deflect and gaslight the people who call that out on you. I'm done
That's
with him.
exactly what their situation was with him and Sophie. Like Sophie had her issues. I'm not coming and
Agreed.
saying that she didn't. She definitely had mommy issues. She definitely she had issues.
She
But
let her mom interfere in her relationship. She did.
most definitely. And I think honestly, a lot of girls do that. We want to appease our mom, but at some points we have to know when mom advice is not advising. And you can look at her mother. Her mother never had a successful relationship. Even when she came down to visit the guy she was dating in Mexico, they got into it, which means she had to be at their house. She's never had a successful relationship, so why would you look to her for advice when you're married? Like,
Because she's like Portia. She's a trophy. She's been raised to be a trophy wife. And her mother is the only person that can give her guidance in that. It's the only person she trusts. And it just baffles me. It just
yeah.
really baffles me. But that's
But
Sophie.
yeah,
She should have been on this show.
Rob is just messy. Just I hope you don't catch it while you on here.
I hope you do. I hope you do, Rob. I hope you do. I hope you do catch something and sit your head down and learn your lesson. And are you still married to Sophie? I don't know.
They are. So that was one of the things that he did say. He said that he don't know how much he want to invest because he technically is still married to Sophie. But he said he was going to go into it with an open mind and be honest with these ladies like, hey, but most of the people know you was on the show and y'all just got off the last show. Like, I'm pretty sure. So On the first episode, they have this. They have two things. They have an event, which was like a speed dating event, and the other thing was to teach them how to flirt. Who was that? I think Tim, Jennifer, Chantel, and I believe it was Courtney went to the speed dating event, and then Tiffany, Jennifer Usman, and Rob went on the how to flirt thing. And then we get to the end of the episode where they show us the montage of what we supposed to experience for the season. Based off the first episode, I'm wrapped in. I'm going to watch the entire season. I already know this because 90 days my shit. But I'm interested to see who started whatever rumor that was started that Chantel was screaming her head off about. That situation is where I think her and Tiffany is going to clash. Because Tiffany don't play that. You ain't about to keep yelling. Because I said what I said and that's it. I want to see who is the real true shit starter in here. I want to see at the end of the season who is going to find love. Matter of fact, what's your prediction? Who do you think is going to find love on this show?
Nobody.
I don't know. I think
love Tiffany, or lust. I think they all gonna find lust. I think none of them gonna find.
Yeah, lust. All of them gonna find lust, but I think Tiffany is gonna be in tune with Porn Stash. And then somebody, because the way they edited is that she was in tune with Stash, and then somebody else comes along and gets her interest, and now she has to battle between the two of whom she chooses to be with. I don't think Jennifer is gonna find love, but she definitely gonna get fucked. She's definitely, because what she said, I want to marry him, but I want to fuck Rob. If you know, like I know you wouldn't do that, Jennifer. I don't think Chantel is gonna find any love until she does real therapy. Therapy. She shouldn't be on here.
She'll find a rich husband.
Tim, I don't think Tim is gonna find love. I think he's gonna find a true friendship. And I honestly think him and Courtney are gonna become really, really tight. Coty is gonna get some booty. I don't know what it is about him, but he's gonna find somebody that he's gonna hold on to. They're gonna get down on this resort. I don't think I really care, honestly, if he finds love or not.
Okay, friend, you were kind of jumping around. Can you repeat yourself again?
So I was talking about Usman. I don't really care if he find love or not. I don't think he's right for the show based off of what he's shown us on previous franchises. Like, he liked older women, but he tried to reframe it where he want to have children now, and he know he's not going to be able to get these kids from the older women. So now you're just looking for a sugar baby that can be your sugar mama. That's basically what you're telling us. And honestly, Courtney fits the bill. She's attracted to him. She wants children. She got a little access to the money. And
Courtney wants to be a sugar baby herself.
Yeah, she does.
I don't think that's gonna work with Usman. And she sees what kind of man Usman is. I don't think she's attracted to him anymore. After he just played dumb with her, I think she'll fall back.
He tried to spin it around with her, and that's what I mean by I think she's gonna get roped in, because he's a wordsmith. He know how to use his words to rope her in. Look, I knew that was you all along. You know you my number one girl. You know, and she falling for it right on episode 1. So yeah.
I think she was a little bit because she was drunk, but I think when she's sober, she comes to her senses and she's like, I don't think he really like the doubt enters her mind. She's not clear, but the doubt re-enters her mind. Like, I don't know if he was given like he didn't know me. That was weird, because it was. She ignores red flags, but she sees them.
Yeah.
And so I think throughout the journey, she's going to keep
she's also She also gonna have Chantel there to kind of be in her ear, like, I know what kind of guy
Tiffany.
he is. No, Chantel.
Oh
You remember
yeah.
how she was just going in on the ma'am, this don't have anything to do with you. If you seen all this stuff on the internet and all this stuff, then you know Usman is not the guy that you need to be interested in. Let the other ladies find out on their own. They
I'm
shouldn't
not.
be oblivious.
I'm not. I'm telling everybody because this man's a whole ass nigga. I'm telling everybody. I'm like Chantel. But it's crazy how Chantel can be that insightful for other people, but not for herself.
So that's what I'm getting at. If you can't do an ounce of that for yourself, be quiet. Like, be quiet. Like, you can't. And I don't even know if that's fair to say to her because I don't think her and Pedro was a bad match. I think the
Mm-mm.
families I think with them being young and them being impressionable by their families, they weren't able to work it out. Like, I think if they didn't, I think if Chantel didn't have her family in her ear, it wouldn't be a problem. I think if Pedro didn't have a bummy ass mama and a mooching ass sister like he had, it wouldn't have been a problem. Like, they problems were because of their family, which created problems for them. So, like
No.
I said, Chantel is not going to be able to have a successful relationship until she separates herself from her parents, not even her siblings. Because you look at Winter, Winter had that disastrous ass relationship where that man played in her face for umpteen years, had kids, and she didn't know about, and all of this to her slimming down, doing self love and self care for herself, where she found her. Now, she went the same route her brothers and sisters went with getting them, you know, somebody from another country. But this girl just got married to a doctor.
Did
Like,
she?
yeah, like maybe about a week ago. I saw it on Instagram, like
Wow.
married to a Guyanan doctor. Like, and I actually think it's the dude that remember when they did the Family Chantel and she was talking to the, I think that's the same guy.
The same guy.
I think it's the
Okay.
same guy.
Okay. I
So,
remember him. She did
but I
show it like
also
after
think
that
she
she was
has
dating.
separated herself from her parents as well, like moving out, you know. And then what I'm not saying cut contact, but understanding that you're grown, you have a place in this world, and the life that you choose to live has to be owned and operated by you without any outsiders telling you what you need to do. So
Because that
I'm
family, the
excited.
mama and daddy is toxic. Yes, girl.
It's that it's the mama that's really toxic, and the daddy just, you know what I think the
Condones it.
dynamic is, the mama is
Mhm.
really really toxic, and the daddy wants some ass every now and again, so he got to agree to disagree with that wife, so he can make sure he can get some ass on that third Sunday of the month. That's what I
Listen,
think, because he don't
listen.
say anything. And
You
me,
can
I
def-
don't think I can be with a man like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to be putting me in check, but I want you to lead, like come across as you're leading. Like, he a
He's
puppy
not a
dog.
leader. He's not a
No,
leader.
no,
He's a
whatsoever.
beta. He's a beta man for sure,
Woo.
and that. But it also kind of said a lot when they started recording their shows, and in the 90 Day Fiance version, he was a little bit more, camera forward. But in the later shows where they kind of had their spinoff, he took a step back. He's like, I ain't getting involved in none of that.
Yeah,
Whatever, whatever, whatever. It's like you said,
because
I just need some coochie,
I think because he's seen, he know his wife.
and I love being a father, kind of thing.
He know his wife. He know how his wife trains his daughters up to be. But he also looked at. He really liked Pedro. He really thought Pedro was a good guy for his daughter. So you gotta have some type of confliction there when you like the guy that your daughter is married to, but they getting ready to go through a divorce. Like, how do you reconcile with that? How do you handle that? Because even though him and what's the brother name? I just said it.
He did,
Whatever his name is.
Trevor.
No, it's like I want to say Raven, but I know it's not. Whatever his name is, him and Pedro had got into that fight on one of the seasons for the spinoff show, and
That
they
big
end up
fight.
coming together. Yeah, that was a while. That was wild. But anywho, they end up coming together and they end up hanging out because they realize the type of women that he was, type of woman Pedro was dealing with. So yeah, Chantel, I don't
River.
think River. That's what it was. Chantel, I don't think this is the show for you. I hope you find success in a relationship. I don't think you're gonna find it on this particular show. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how this go. We're gonna be tuned in every week. So you got
We're
any
gonna have to
last
check back.
words for this?
We're gonna have to check back on. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna have to check back on the predictions, and we're gonna circle back on that. But I definitely think I still stand by my thing. Nobody's gonna find love. Tiffany might leave here and find love, but I'm still trying to figure out if Tiffany is getting who she really wants on this show. She did find somebody attractive, but my thing is she knows how to dig deeper into people, and I think
Yes.
the way that they have staffed this whole show, it's all trash. So I don't think she's going to find what she wants, but I do think she's going to know more about what she wants when she leaves, as opposed to Chantel and Courtney, who are just going to be just as lost as when they came in as when they came out, unless they listen to Tiffany. They would have to really listen to that girl, because that girl has really got wisdom. Now that other girl, I just think she's just gonna be constantly looking for her sugar daddy. Her and Courtney gonna stay looking for sugar daddy. I don't think ain't no real sugar daddies on this show but Tim.
Never know, they might get back together.
They could, but I definitely think Tim has this weird relationship with his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend.
And I was about to say they weren't even married. That was a issue for me as a consumer watching the show, how he dealt with Jennifer. She like, why is her name's mommy in your phone? Like, you in a relationship with me, like how that's supposed to make me feel? Then he like, well, I ain't changing because it's been like that. But you're in a relationship with me now. Then you turn around and give her an engagement ring that you previously gave to somebody else. Now, granted, you ain't have to tell her that. But you did that to get a rise out of her to see how she would react.
So, Tim was testing her a lot of the way, and Tim is already emotionally tied to his ex. They are raising a daughter together. He's stepping in as father, and to be honest, that's not his biological father. Mm-hmm. So that girl, I forget her name, she is got her hooks in Tim, because she's Vanessa. Like, you're gonna be the daughter. You're gonna be my daughter's father because you said so. And Tim's like, okay. And and they've just been on this.
Sound just like him,
because I did Tiffany's impersonation of him, which I thought was great, because Tiffany she's the star of the show. I'm just gonna call it spade a spade.
Yeah.
And Chantel's always gonna be a star because she's messy and she's beautiful. But at the end of the day, like, I think they got to listen to her. I really don't think anybody's going to find love now. Oh, I was saying about Tim and his ex-wife. Yeah, she's got his hooks in him. That's it. That's never going to change. He's never going to be emotionally available for any woman. He's only going to look at them as a sexual item until he has that separation from his best friend, aka baby mama.
Yep.
He's not.
Agreed. So this was our recap on episode 1, season 1 of 90 Day Hunt for Love. We want y'all to drop down in the comments and give us your thoughts and opinions on episode 1. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. Slowly but surely we'll be adding more. But till next time, we appreciate y'all, and we are out.
We are. Bye.